Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Tundra Dude 34 YouTube channel. Today we got a nice simple video. We're going to address a question and some comments I've been getting lately, and it has to do with my old truck, the 2020 TRD Pro Tundra in the beautiful army green color. I've been getting comments along the lines of, we know you missed the army green, we know you regret going into the new generation Tundra. So I want to address those, and I don't want to address them for me. I want to address them for the current last generation Tundra owner who is considering coming to the new generation, kind of how I feel. Do I regret the purchase of this 2022 TRD Pro Tundra? Not at all. I love this truck. I think there's some great things with this truck as far as the technology, the moving forward with, catching up to the big three. There's a lot of stuff with this truck now that puts them right in the realm of everybody else with the competitors. So that's a good thing. Are there things I miss about the Army Green TRD Pro Tundra that I used to have and the last generation Tundra in general? Absolutely. The trucks are completely different when it comes to everything. The old truck had the legendary 5.7 liter V8 engine. It honestly felt way more like a truck. This one, it feels like a truck, but it's a lot more dialed in as far as just everything about the aspect of the vehicle working together. The suspension, the steering, the frame, the platform in general, it just doesn't feel like an old school classic pickup truck. There are things that are great about that old generation Tundra that will forever be missed, and there are things that are great about this new generation Tundra. So it really depends, and it all comes down to you taking that test drive. I always stress, make sure you get out there, test drive the vehicle. There's going to be some people who love it and some people who don't like it and want to stay in the old generation Tundra. And there's nothing wrong with that, because the 5.7 liter V8 engine is going to take you down the road for over 500,000 miles. We've seen million-mile Tundras. At first it was the 4.7 V8, and then it was the 5.7 V8. So the Tundra is there, built to last. These new generation Tundras have 3.4 liter twin turbo V6 setup, and a hybrid option as well. So this is some new generation stuff going on here. So missing the TRD Pro or the last generation Tundra in general, it was a very simple truck, and I say that in the way of a good thing. It didn't have a lot going on. So if you are a person that is less is more, you use your truck for work, you use your truck for off-roading, stuff like that, you don't want a million sensors on the truck. You want that truck to get you to and from with no problems, no issues, help you maintain whatever business and job you have, or help you, get through the rough trails or whatever you're doing with your truck, getting to that fishing spot, all of that. Less is more is the old generation. Do I feel like there is still less is more aspect in this new generation Tundra? Absolutely. It does have a lot more stuff going on in here, but all of these buttons that are in this truck now, all of the options in here make sense. There's not a lot of extra stuff going on, things you'll never use. It still is a very easy to use, I always say Toyota-esque setup on the interior as far as the buttons. You see a lot of other DNA from other Toyota models in here. So yes, it is definitely upgraded from the last generation as far as options, but it still isn't overdone, so that's a good thing. But yeah, that legendary 5.7 liter V8 is something I'll always miss, and I've said this a bunch of times, and I'm always going to say it. I do actually miss the sound of the last truck, and I know that's something so dumb, but when you remote start the truck, I would always listen outside and listen for that TRD dual exhaust rumble right off the bat, and going down the road, it's a completely different experience. My wife took this truck the other day out when I was in the house, and when I heard it pulling out and driving away, if I didn't know what it was, I would think it was something along the lines of maybe like, I don't know, a V6 Camaro, a Camry, something like that. It still has a good growl with this TRD exhaust they offer now, but it's nothing like a V8. No V6 will ever be like a V8. They do now offer a BA muffler system for the 2022 Tundra, which I think is awesome, and it definitely helps with the sound a little bit. BA Muffler, Dirty Deeds Industries are very good and have been, dealing with the Tundra engineering exhausts for a very long time, and this is as close as you're going to get to the good stuff. So I do plan on installing that for sure, just to get a little more sound out of the exhaust. But sound is something that over time I will get used to, but nothing like a true classic V8. So as far as making the switch or not making the switch, and do I regret the purchase and all that, I do not regret the purchase. I love this truck. I enjoy driving it very much. It's just very different. That's the moral of the story. It is very different, and that test drive is going to help you figure out if it's something you like or dislike, because it is very different from the last generation Tundra. So you'll have to let me know. And I really want to hear from owners that now own the new generation that had the old generation. What are your thoughts on this? How do you feel? We're trying to help those consumers that are considering getting into this new truck. I get those emails all the time, people asking. I actually put a short video up yesterday of someone thinking about trading in their 2019 Voodoo Blue TRD Pro for a new generation Tundra, but they don't know if they want to make that move yet. So I'm looking for the owners that have had the old generation or are now in the new generation to help out the folks that are considering making the move. Like I said, nothing but good things to say about this truck right now. I absolutely love it. But there are aspects of both sides. You know, I've been driving Tundra since 2007, and we had a great time in that last generation, from my first Tundra, which was an 07, to my last of the last generation, which was a 2020. We did see some great upgrades along the way. In 2018, well, in 2014, they did a refresh. You know, they changed the body style a lot. They added a trim or two. And then in 2018, they added Toyota Safety Sense, a new gauge cluster. They started to change a few things about the truck, small things. In 2020, they added push button start, a bigger screen, Entune 3.0, and they started to catch up. But then in 2022, that new generation, completely brand new, ground up remodel, new platform, new everything. So we have seen the evolution, but I can't wait to hear what some of you have to say out there. Look forward to hearing your thoughts. Until next time, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, TundraDude34, TundraDude34 at gmail.com. You guys have a great day. Be safe.